Hello guys, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if this is the first time of seeing my videos, please do well to subscribe, hit the notification button so that anytime I drop super amazing video like this one you're about to watch, you'll be the first to be notified. And okay, so today I'm going to be showing you three hot Nigerian stocks you should buy in 2026 for maximum profit. This is the right month to mop up for the year, right? And a lot of stock have really been doing very well, especially in the insurance sectors. We have seen an uptrend in insurance sectors, the banking sector. So most people come to the market in during this season of January, and they want to mop up their portfolio, and they are not just interested in just jumping around. They want to buy profitable stocks, right? That can give them a good turnover uh, for the year, right? See what Better Glass did last year, did around 400. I think RCF also did around 1,300%. 100,000 naira invested into that would be 1.3 million, right? But there are strategies. You don't just pick stocks because you are hoping. Stock market does not care about your emotions, right? So whenever I'm shooting a video, I make sure that I do my due diligence before coming here to give you a stock. So today I'm just going to be talking about three hot Nigerian stocks you should buy for 2026 for maximum profit. All right. So let's dive in. So the first thing you need to know, disclaimer please, this is not a financial advice. Please always do your due diligence before investing your hard-earned money. Okay. So thank you for that. All right. So today we're going to be looking into Nigerian money supply. Right. So I got this news yesterday. One of the things you need to be very conscious of is economic events. It is very, very important. You don't just buy stock because you feel like buying stock. You need to be very attentive, be alert to economic events, because whatever the policy that the government make can show how profitable, or can determine how profitable your stock will be, right? So I remember CGT, capital gain tax, right? That the government said they want to take right now. I think there has been a slowdown on that, but that really affected Nigerian stock market around November, December. There's a lot of massive sell-off, right? So you can't turn your ear away from economic events. It's very important, right? So Nigerian money supply jumped to 122.9 trillion. So what does this really mean? It means that there's a lot of money flow in the economy right now, right? Even though there's a negative part of it and there's also a positive part of it. Okay, so we're going to focus on the positive part of it, and also going to be sharing with you the negative part of it. So now the net foreign asset has increased. Also, the domestic foreign asset has increased, meaning that we have a lot of foreign assets, right? That's one of the reasons why we see that there's a moderation on our currency right now. Dollar is trading around a dollar to naira is trading around 1,400 naira right now, right? It's because of these strategies. But the fear now is that, because of this, a lot of money flows in the economy. You know, it can cause inflation actually, right? Because if there's a lot of money flowing around, it can cause inflation, because when the money is not channeled towards productivities, it can cause inflations. But the good part of it is that, this money, when it's being channeled into infrastructures, or channeled into productivities, right? It makes our economy to really, really be okay, right? Even though people have really been panic about how the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, is able to uh curb inflation. Inflation is around 14% right now, which is very, very good for our economy, right? So even though there's a money flow right now, Nigerian money supply has jumped to 122 trillion, right? Meaning that there's a lot of money and there's a lot of cash flow. And because of this, I'll be able to get some stocks, right, that will benefit from this. Because if money is flowing around, what company are going to benefit from it, right? So if there's more money flowing through our economy, in people's hands, in banks, and in government accounts than ever before. So when there's more money chasing the same goods price, that's inflation. When there's a lot of money moving around, right? And that's one of the reasons why last year there's high rate on our securities, on high rate on our treasury bills, mutual fund, right? It was because central bank is, if there is a lot of money flowing, it's going to cause inflation actually. In order to be able to curb inflations, money supposed to be curbed, right? Money supposed to be not forcefully, right? So that there will be moderation. And when there's moderation like that, our inflation will be stable, okay? It's just a strategies, right? So when there's more money chasing the same goods price, that's inflation. And when inflation rise, the value of naira weaken. Whenever inflation rise, it weakens our naira, right? Because you know, right now, oil is one of the income generating assets for Nigeria. Even though we have agriculture and all that right now, but our government focus so much on oil, and there has been an increase input on oil, right? So when inflation rise, the value of naira weaken. Okay, so I used to tell people Nigeria is a dollar driven economy. So whatever shake our oil always affect us, right? So now let's dive in. So so while it sounds like there's more money, in reality that money buys you less. Now let's talk about the part investor like you care about. Which stock can actually benefit from this rise in money supply? Now that there's a lot of money flowing around, what stocks will really do very well? And that is the reason why I've decided to shoot this video. Okay, how do you benefit as an investor? How do you benefit from this money supply that is flowing around right now? Because I think I saw a news today where they said inflation might hit around 34% again this year. We are not hoping for that, right? So in order to be able to, who benefit from all this trend right now, who benefit, we're going to look into that. Okay, so banking stocks, consumer stocks, industrial stocks, or sector, I mean, banking sectors, consumer sectors, industrial sectors, telecom sectors. And I'm going to be explaining it for you. When there's a lot of money flowing in our economy, what happens? There will be a lot of deposit, right? People will be able to save, people will be able to deposit. And when money comes to the bank, what do they do with it? They invest it into assets, securities, right? They invest it into assets that can generating cash flow, because whenever you put money in the bank, it's a liability to them. If you are checking banking financials, you will see that they always write customer deposit as liability because it is not bringing any cash flow to them. It is when they turn those deposits into assets, right, that make those liability to become an asset, right? So who is going to benefit from this 122 trillion money supply that is flowing around right now? Bank are the first Banking sectors are the first to benefit from it actually, because when people bring more bank deposits, what happens? Banks will have more money to be able to loan to other people, and they can also invest into other assets, because your customer, as a customer deposit, is a liability. Any money you deposit in the bank is a liability. That's why they always look for businesses they can borrow loan to, or low risk investment that they can put money into, right? Banks actually are legalized to use people's funds to invest, right? And that's the reason why they will give you 3%, 5%, right? Where are they seeing those percent? It is because they put those money into forest, they put those money into real estate, they loan big companies, right? SMEs and all that, right? Because of this 122 trillion, banks are gonna benefit from it actually, because of this a lot of massive money flow in the country. They're going to benefit, and also consumer sectors are going to benefit from it. And and if we check right now, let me open my. So let's check consumer sectors, right? So let's check NGS consumer index. So when we check NGS consumer index now, you see there's an uptrend, massive uptrend, right? You see there's a massive uptrend, right? Broke out from here. A minute, please. Right? You see, broke out from here again, and it's just going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, right? You see, there's a massive uptrend right now, and it has been growing. This is consumer sectors. You see that there's an uptrend, broke out from here since April, right? Since April 2025, and there has been an uptrend on consumer sectors. So these sectors are going to benefit from this money flow because it shows that a lot of people are going to buy goods, people are going to eat more, people are going to spend more, right? So these are the sector that will benefit. And we also have industrial sectors, right? Sorry about that, I wrote stocks. Industrial sectors are going to benefit from this money, right? Because when there is money flow like that, and there's going to be infrastructures, right? That's why I say that it has a positive side, it also has a negative side. This money flow, because if there's a lot of money flowing around in the country, it causes inflation, right? And for the positive side of it, this money flow can actually lead to productivities in the country, right? Creating more jobs and building roads, building hospitals, right? So if this fund is being channeled into productivities, it's going to benefit our economy actually. It's not just ordinary money just flowing around, right? So we have stocks in the industrial sectors, we have Lafarge, we have Dangote Cement, we have Bua Cement and all that, right? Those Julius Berger and all that, right? Me, I don't consider Julius Berger into as a, as a stock under REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust, right? It's also because this is a very big company. Telecom, right? Telecom sector are going to benefit from this money flow also because it means that people will be able to buy more data. When there's a lot of money, you can afford a lot of things, right? So these are stocks that are going to benefit, right, from all this money flow, right? If you enjoyed this video already, please do well to subscribe, hit the notification button so that anytime I drop super amazing video like this one you are watching, you'll be the first to be notified, right? So now I have worked on 3 hot Nigerian stocks that you can buy based on this news. Okay, so and the first and of course is Access Bank. Let's do an analysis on Access Bank, right? Let's do some analysis on Access Bank. Access Bank have really been profitable over the years, right? So now, so it's still loading now. Let's just wait for it to load. Okay, so let's even look at the financials of Access Bank. So when we check Access now, right? Let's check Access Bank. Um, okay, this is Access Holding, right? So let's check it out. Let's check their Q3 because of time, because I don't want this video to be so long. Okay, so Access Bank is trading around 23 naira right now, right? And there has been a massive move on this stock, right? So now let's go to their financial because of time. Let's go to their financials and let's look at Q3. Okay, let's look at Q3. Remember, I told you that banking sectors are going to benefit from this money flow, right? So let's look at Q3 right now and see how it's going. So positive news like that, like this also, anytime there's positive news like this, bank are the first to benefit from it, right? So let me just go to note 9. Let me just go straight to note 9. Yeah, I want to show you something in note 9, right? So now let's look at, okay, so remember I told you guys that whenever you deposit into the banking into bank, right, is a liability on them until they turn those money into an asset. Is still a liability. If you see now changes in operating liabilities, right, this is what you are seeing here. Changes in operating liabilities, you're going to see something now. Changes in deposit from customers, you see. So their customer deposit move from 2000 in 2000 and Q3 2004, all right, from 6.1 billion to 10.3 billion, right? So, which is amazing. And interesting here is Interest paid on deposit to banks and customer. Interest paid on deposit to banks and customer was around 1 billion, right? 1 billion in 2024, but now it's around 1.3 billion, which is really amazing, right? Interest received on loan and advance to bank and customers. Interest received on loans and advance to banks and customer. That's around 1 billion, right? It's now 1.4 billion. You can see an increase in that, right? So this company is a very profitable company. Okay, so profit before income tax, right? In 2024, Q3 2024 is around 550 million, right? Profit before tax. And in Q3 2025, 600 and 616, right? So let's, if we do the calculation now, right? If we do the calculation now, let's say 616 billion, right? 616 billion, right? Minus 558, right? That is 58 divided by the current price, 558 times 100, right? Which is around 10% increase, right? Profit before tax, 10% increase, which is really, 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 really amazing. So let's even look at their revenue growth, right? Let's look at their revenue growth. Okay. Okay, let's look at this. Uh, Fees and commission income, right? Let's look at how much they generated through fees, commissions, right? So in 2024, that's about 150 million, right? But now it's around 282 million, right? Fee and commission expenses, 25, they need to work on that. Net fee and commission income from 125 million to 238. This is massive, right? Massive, massive, massive. So let's look at revenue. Okay, let's look at their revenue there before we call it a day. So let's look at fee and commission income in Q3. That's around 400 million to 604 600 million naira, 600 million naira. So these banks are making a lot of okay, profit for the period. Let's look at their profit for the period. Okay, profit for the period in Q3 2024 is what, 457 million to 447 million, right? And I believe they made a lot of money from windfall tax, right? The foreign exchange, most of these banks, they have access to insider informations, right? So most of them have bought dollar, have dollars around 400, and dollar rise to around 1,900. So a lot of them make money. So now, because of the moderation of naira, right? So that's one of the reasons why you see that there's a decline in their profit a little bit, right? Because dollar, there's a moderation on naira to dollar right now. Okay, so this is a very good company for you to hold, or for because in fact Access Bank is a very good stocks to hold, right? So there's something okay, if you see here now, in January 2024, you see that Access Bank hit all-time high of 30 naira, right? 30 naira 64 kobo, 65 kobo, right? January 2024, right? And from then, there was a decline, right? From 30 naira, there was a decline. Then you see it touched here. This is a resistance level, touched here again. Then then it broke out from here, rise high again to 28 naira. Then it lost the momentum and bounced back again. So what is going on right now? It just broke out from another resistance. You see, touch here, in October 2024, around 21 naira. Again, 2025, the same history is repeating itself, right? Touch here again. Now we are seeing this repeating again. So it has broke out now. So I'm expecting Access Bank to actually hit that all-time high of 30 naira. So this is a very good buy around this region right now. It's a very good buy around this region, right? So right now, Access Bank is trading around 23 naira, right? So if you enter now, you can enter around this region, and if you break out again from this place to 24 naira, right? From this resistance level, if you break out from here, there's nothing stopping access to reach 45 or 30 naira to 45 naira, right? So this is a very good buy. And based on my setup, institutional investors are already mopping up around this region, right? So now if you want to learn how I'm able to pick all these profitable stock, I have a stock market masterclass community where I'll be showing you step by step on how to invest in Nigerian stock market and how to make a lot of money from Nigerian stock market. This is not the beginning of the year. You need to position yourself in order to make money, right? So you don't just gamble. You don't just open half and started buying shares. There are strategies, right? The reason why I was able to come up with this stock right now is because I've done my due diligence. I've done my calculations, right? And I have a lot of setup that show me what institutional investors are buying, and this is our advantage in this market, right? So there are stocks that we're already buying in our community right now. This is one of them. Remember, I told you there are three hot stocks, right? So this is just one of them that we're already buying in our community. So I decided to give this stock to you, my YouTubers, right? So the remaining two stocks is on our paid class. So when you join us, you have access to the stocks that we are buying part time. We're already mopping up already. We have around 6 to 7 stocks that we have. I believe that they are going to do very well in 2026, right? So if you want to join us, there's a link on the comment section. Just click on that comment. Once you open the comment section, the first messages there will be details on how to join our stock market masterclass community, right? You also have access to the stock and buying part time, because what is going to happen this year is that uh to be profitable from stock market this year, you have to be an individual stock. You have to do a thorough work to get a stock that will do very well, not just sectors alone, right? So remember, I showed you about consumer sector, right? So how do you know the stocks that will do very well in this sector? Yes, even though these are consumer sectors, and just a consumer sector is an is on the uptrend right now, it is bullish right now. How do you know which one will be very, very profitable for you for the year? You need to join our community, because in that community I dig deep to how you can pick good stocks. All right, you're going to be seeing me doing it step by step. All right, so if you want to join, click the comment section, open the comment section, or check the description to get details on how to join our stock market community. So this is the first stock if you hold now. So the second and the third stock is in our closed stock market mentorship, right? So we are buying it right now. When the stock is already overpriced, that is when you will hear news, you know, saying this is the best stocks to buy. You don't invest into hype stock. You invest into stocks, right? When nobody is talking about it, right? So imagine you bought Access Bank around this region, right? Right? This is a consolidating region. Remember, imagine you bought it here, right? Imagine you bought it at 19 naira, and you wait, right? And it broke out from here, broke out from here. This is the time to buy, right? So you buy low and you sell high. That's how to make money, because stock market is a traded asset. So I believe you got in value from this video right now, right? So my name is Coach David Efsiba. I teach you how to make real money for the Nigerian stock market. So I look forward to seeing you in our community. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, so that anytime I drop super amazing videos like this one you are watching, you'll be the first to see the video. And until the next time, see you later.